Alright, so next up are our serrano and our jalapeno peppers. Again, 2 big jalapenos and 3 serrano peppers. First thing, cut off the ends of the peppers. And I usually do the jalapeno first and then the serrano second. So just get rid of the ends. Over there. I've got a little trash can here to try to dump the stuff. So this is kind of the tricky part. You want to cut it in half, and you really need a small paring knife to do this. And as you see, you've got all these seeds in the center. It is critically important that you get rid of all of the seeds before you dice the peppers. I did not know this the first time I made homemade guacamole, or attempted to make homemade guacamole. I just diced up the peppers straight away with the seeds and all, mixed the guacamole. These seeds are fire hot. You'll get spice and flavor with the green part of the peppers, but the seeds are just flaming hot, and so you really cannot make an enjoyable guacamole dip for the masses if you include the seeds. So as you can see, I'm just using the paring knife, kind of working it down the vein on one side, spin it around, work it on the other side, trying my best not to cut my finger off. And I just flip that onto the floor, so we'll get that later. More importantly, we got all the seeds out on that piece. Next piece up, again, working it down and under, and working it down and under, and peeled right off that time. Good. Scraping off the last of those, and just a couple that were trapped under there. So again, make sure you get all those seeds out. It's a little bit easier with the bigger jalapeno peppers. The serrano peppers are smaller, and particularly with someone like me with big stubby fingers, it's a little bit harder to get the seeds out on a smaller pepper, as you will see in a minute when I start dicing up the serranos. Oops, one last little piece there. Alright, so those are all clean and free of seeds. Again, we'll now do the serranos. Cut those ends off. And as you will see, once we cut the serranos in half, it's a little more of a challenge to scrape out the seeds from inside these, but we'll give it a shot. Oh, there we go. It popped right out nicely. Alright. All those off the gloves. So to save a little bit of time here, I'm going to move these back to the main serving plate. I had those holding out on. Get the seeds out of the way. Sorry, I'm just getting these seeds off the cutting board so they don't get mixed in. So now I've got the big peppers, the jalapenos, which I'm going to cut in a couple different long cuts just to get them into smaller individual or thinner long pieces like that. And then I'm going to do the same for these shorter ones, both the serrano here and then the jalapeno, which I'll double cut over again. And then I'm just going to line these up. Ooh, there's another seed that popped out from somewhere. Not good. And so, just line these up in kind of the same way you diced the cilantro. Just work them down. Just move it little by little. So far I haven't caught my finger, which is great. And so let me dice these other ones too. It gets juicy, so it kind of sticks to the blade there. So now that I've got those chopped, I'm going to start chopping again this way. And this really just depends on how much you want to chop it and how small you want your pieces. I like them to be nice, really tiny pieces so that you're not having big crunchy stuff in your mouth when people are trying to eat their guacamole. Really want a nice smooth guacamole dip with very small pepper pieces so that it blends in nicely on the palate. So just kind of going around in a couple different ways, trying to smash up and cut up all these pieces. Can't get it off the blade. Alright, that's pretty good. So I'm going to take these diced up peppers and just going to slide them right in on top of the cilantro. And yoink! And there we go. So I'll go ahead and finish seeding and dicing up the last set of serranos, but you guys don't need to see that. We've still got 10 minutes left on our roasted Roma tomatoes as well.